It's time for Celebrity Cruises now for 2027 in this show. Welcome along. We've got some exciting new adventures to book today and enjoy the 5-star tripping around the world in style.
Yes, you've arrived just at the right time to get in early with low deposits for the best in elevated and beautiful celebrity cruising, including their very latest launch, the Celebrity XL, cruising close to home.
All of the offers have low deposits today and all include the classic drinks and Wi-Fi packages to enjoy at the world-famous martini bars that Celebrity are known for, as well as all the way around the ship. Let's start by heading down under for March in 2027 and cruise the delicious South Pacific. Oh, just saying that's enough, isn't it, really? Let's fly you off to Sydney first in Australia to enjoy a 4-night stay in this sunny city. Oh, my word, I long to be in Sydney.
Oh, it's incredible. And of course, in March, they're just going to be stepping into summer, which is wonderful. Excuse me, autumn, but you'll still have lovely weather there. Sydney is drenched in sunshine and culture and nature. You know, it really covers a lot of bases for everybody, depending on what you want to see. You've got to get up there and enjoy the harbour bridge and the views, and of course the Opera House. It's iconic, isn't it? At night it's best to see it. Now we're going to be cruising, all included cruising by the way, with your classic drinks package and your Wi-Fi on this brand new exciting Celebrity Edge, well, one of the newest ships in the fleet, of course, for 14 nights. And you know, the Edge class are great because you have got so many, you know, artistic elements to these ships. Just the flow and the design of the ships are so thoughtfully done, you know, with the sculpture up there in the roof garden and real plants and flowers as well. It's just, I mean, I just felt so at home on board, even though that these are, of course, larger ships. You don't necessarily feel like that as much, just because there's also lots of sort of thoughtful details and smaller venues around the ship, whether it be cocktail bars or little kind of hubs where you can just sit there and read your book and just feel like you're surrounded by luxury, but it's not imposing. And the staterooms, my goodness, are stunning. You have, well, the XL bedding, which is something that Celebrity are really famous for, and you have the best night's sleep, honestly, at sea. They have the infinite balconies. You've got the app as well, where you can connect easily to everything that's going on around the ship, and even open your infinite balcony door. So it's so clever the way that they have done this. When it comes to dining, Celebrity really do it in style, and you can even use your app to reserve your dining choices, whether you're eating in the Cyprus restaurant or, you know, the Tuscan, or, you know, wherever you fancy eating that night. It's going to be easy to book it for yourself and your party.
And you know what? Main dining is speciality dining.
Yes.
There are speciality dining restaurants that we'll come on to, but main dining is the full 9 yards, and it is beautiful. And you know what? It's not overbearing either. You'll notice that because actually Celebrity want you to enjoy the hard work that they've done in curating these menus. Raw on 5 sushi is just spectacular. It's funny, you know, I think a lot of people look at sushi and think, okay, because it's Japanese, it's going to be overly spicy and overbearing.
Oh, no.
And when you actually taste it, you think, why haven't I not been eating like this for years?
It's lovely and fresh when you've got
beautiful.
Raw on 5, so you can enjoy there. And then Le Petit Chef, this is a really wonderful experience. Book early for that one. You've got an animated chef preparing your food. It's you know, dining entertainment. Eden restaurant, I mean, this venue is spectacular. From the themed cocktails, which are all based around, you know, Eden, to the entertainment that goes on there. And talking of that, the theatre is, I mean, the way it's designed with these massive digital screens and even the production value of these shows is going to blow you away. I mean, I couldn't believe when we went on Beyond just the level of production involved. And you're at sea, so you think to yourself, how on earth have they managed to do this? But I tell you what, it is a proper exciting night out. It's no additional fee either. So we are cruising out of Sydney in a couple of days at sea. We'll see us into beautiful New Caledonia. Now, a thing to do here is really enjoy the local culture by heading to the Jibao Cultural Centre. You might also want to explore the underwater worlds at the aquarium or some snorkeling on the beautiful reef. Then we're into Suva, which is, again, a place of natural beauty, of waterfalls, of rainforests, and you can learn about the local Fijian culture and history, and of course the ancient civilizations that lived on these islands too, at the Rewa village. Then we are on into Lautoka in Fiji, where you can maybe just head to the Sawini beach. I mean, you are in paradise. This is going to be your time to just, walk through those turquoise waters and just relax on the golden sands. It'll be amazing. Then it's Mystery Island. Now, this is a relatively small little island. You can go and have a nice massage on the beach, which I think will be a highlight for many people, or just stroll the markets, but take it easy in this port because it's super relaxing and chilled. Then we're on into Lifu in New Caledonia, and I would suggest here heading to the vanilla plantations. It's really interesting learning about the ecology in these ports of call and how everything's done. And of course, you want to bring some beautiful vanilla back home with you. Then we're on into Port Vila in Vanuatu. And a tour to Lelepa Island would be really interesting here to see the Roy Mars Cave with its ancient rock paintings, which date back tens of thousands of years. Absolutely fascinating. That's a little overview of your amazing itinerary. Day at Sea will see us back into Sydney, where you'll disembark and we'll fly you back to the UK. Now, maybe you want to do another cruise in this part of the world. Speak to our team about that, or tack on some extra days so you can head off to Melbourne or Brisbane or a different Australian city at the end. I think when you've come this distance, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you wanted to do an Australian cruise, a Queensland coast cruise, sometimes they do circumnavigation cruises right the way around Australia. Sometimes you can go from there off to New Zealand. I mean, honestly, limitless choices. They are brilliant. Talk to our team about this. Now, this really is, I think, the best of this part of the world. The Australians are so lucky in a lot of respects, as we know, because they've got the South Pacific like veritably on their doorstep, which is fantastic. We are flying you down to Sydney so that you can become an Australian for a few days, because you've got to stay there, and then you've got 2 weeks just cruising these magical islands in the South Pacific. You lucky, lucky people. Now, price, on an experience like this, price is almost secondary to the experience, I would say, but we still want you to get maximum value for money. And remember, Australia is a long, 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 long way away. So actually, when you get there, you want to make the very, very best of your time. You want to get as much out of that as you possibly can. And this price, I have to say, is incredible. You can book it today, by the way, with a deposit of just £199 each, which is great. The luxury you'll be enjoying on board Celebrity Edge is just, it's off the chart. It's amazing. Now, we include the return flights to Sydney, the 4-night hotel stay in the city, and then you're just delicious. That's the only one I can use, really. Delicious, all-included Celebrity Edge cruise with classic drinks package and Wi-Fi included for 2 weeks of just paradise after paradise after paradise, enjoying the best of life on board Celebrity Edge. You will have the time of your life. Here's everything that's included. I'm in a dream world a little bit with this because, having been on board Celebrity Edge and just knowing how beautiful it is, knowing how nothing is a rush. Oh, you just relax. Everything is just such a lovely, relaxed and sophisticated pace. Everything feels like you just reach out your hand and it's within distance. Everything you need is there. It's sophisticated yet relaxed. It's absolutely beautiful on board. The crew and the team on board are so talented. When you watch the flair bartending, by the way, in the martini bar, it becomes like a show. And on Celebrity Edge, the martini bar is actually surrounded by almost like tiered theatre seating, so you can enjoy the live entertainment. And that's not just on the stage, but that's at the bar as well. It's amazing. At the top of the martini bar as well, that's where you'll find Cafe El Baccio, and that is where you want to go every single day. As I said before, there are many adventures that you can arrange around this one as well. So if you want to make that a bigger adventure, you absolutely can. It is not a problem. Just talk to our team on 0800 953 4700. Now, when it comes to the big adventures, trust in our ability here at Cruise1st to make the journey as tailored as you want it to be, and always securing the very, very best prices for you.
With 25 years of travel expertise, when booking with Cruise1st, you can be sure that you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We work with all the major cruise lines to bring you the most comprehensive selection of exclusive deals you won't find anywhere else. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is always safe with us. We've been here on your TV screens for over a decade, making us the longest-running cruise channel in the UK. We make it easy to budget for your dream holiday. With many of our deals, just pay a deposit today and you then have until your due date to pay the balance. Plus, we're one of the highest-rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 7,000 independent reviews. This all means that you can be fully confident when booking your next exciting adventure with Cruise1st.
Yeah, I have to say, if you're at the stage of your life where you think, well, I thought I had travelled, but then you keep showing me all these other places.
Yes.
All these other regions that I'd never heard. I've never heard of Vila and Vanuatu before coming here. Never even heard of Fiji. Maybe. Didn't know where it was though.
Right.
And that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
It's about the world's getting a smaller place and it's easy to get to as well, which is great. And there are so many celebrity adventures booking for 2027 now. We've just handpicked some of our favourites for this show. And next, oh, you're going to love this. I think actually this might be one of the first times we've featured this ship. It's the new and exciting Celebrity XL. Now, this is the 5th Edge class launch with lots and lots of new features as well. And we're heading off on an Iberian and Moroccan escape, so not too far away for home. For June in 2027. So we'll fly you first over to Barcelona, and we're there for 2 nights for a lovely hotel stay in the city. Love it. Anytime. Take me to Barcelona any day.
Anytime, exactly, but particularly in summer. It really comes to life in summertime, from strolling Les Ramblas through to heading up to Montjuic on the funicular and Parque Güell, which is like floating onto a cloud. It is utterly beguiling, Barcelona. There's some wonderful tapas bars to be enjoyed down in Barceloneta and also El Born, the Gothic district, and just lounging on the beach. Then introducing a ship that excels in its own class. Well, nothing really, I think, encapsulates the idea of the brand new XL from Celebrity more than this. And you're going to be on board for 12 nights. Now, she only launches at the end of 2025, so she'll be maybe just over a year old then when you get on board, and how exciting it's going to be to enjoy new, fresh, vibrant celebrity cruising. And if you have been on any of the other Edge class ships before, then there will be a familiarity, but there will also be lots of new additions to this brand new ship. The Bazaar, for example, is a brand new 3-level multi-sensory space which replaces Eden on the other Edge class. So you know, this is going to be exciting to see lots, you know, what goes on in that venue for sure. You know, there's also lots of regionally inspired culinary experiences and festival style entertainment. You know, they want to make it really immersive for you on board, so it's going to be wonderful. And of course, you know, as you'd expect from Edge class, there's going to be a spectacular spa, which is one of the biggest spas at sea, quite honestly, with everything you could imagine, from these lovely sort of infrared steam or sun showers they call them, through to, of course, your sauna and steam room and thermal baths and all the treatments you could possibly imagine. Like, I mean, we're talking about you can have your hair cut and coloured. There's a barber service. There's they have an acupuncturist and medi doctors on board too. You've got teeth whitening. You've got seaweed wraps. You've got inothermy. I mean, everything you could feel so rejuvenated and fresh. It's like you've got a new body by the time you leave.
You could spend the whole cruise in the spa if you wanted to, and be treated royally. But lots and lots of new features on Celebrity XL as well. What they actually did was they asked the customers to submit ideas, and those ideas have made it into the new innovations on the ship as well, which I think is super exciting, should I say. So get ready. 12 nights we're on board, even better. Right, let's see where we're going out of Barcelona.
Lovely. We're off to Malaga first of all, in beautiful southern Spain, where you can head to the Gibralfaro Castle or Malaga Cathedral, or perhaps to the Picasso Museum in the Old Town, which is very lovely. The Old Town itself is charming for sure. Then we're on into Cadiz, which will enable you to get a real taste of Andalusian life if you head to La Viña and El Populo, the vibrant neighbourhoods stones, in Old Town, and maybe the Cadiz Cathedral for, a little bit of sightseeing there as well. We're into Lisbon next in fabulous Portugal. I'd recommend going to the Time Out Food Market, which is great. There's over 40 stalls there, and it's always written about, in publications. You can try all your favourites. There's also street art tours. They're really interesting. Next up, we have an overnight on board in Funchal. So the ship is your hotel, and this will give you a little bit of time to not just enjoy Funchal during the day, but at night too. And if you want to do an after-hours tour, Funchal by night, or maybe head to taste some Madeira wine, speak to the team on board about booking that one. Tangier is next in Morocco, where you can explore the Casbah and wander the Medina, or perhaps relax on the beach. But definitely the bustling element of Morocco is what makes it exciting. So make sure you get out downtown and see what it's all about. Then we're into Palma de Mallorca, a nice little change of pace here. Maybe you're going to explore hidden coves by kayak, or take even a hot air balloon ride. These are on offer for shore excursions. Visiting the Drac Caves is also very interesting. Then we're back into Barcelona, where you'll disembark, and we will fly you back to the UK after this lovely 2-week itinerary.
And she's going to still feel absolutely brand spanking new. I know that, Joe, if you and I went on Celebrity Edge today and I was on last in 2019, it would feel like the ship had just launched.
Yes.
Because, again, design-wise, so ahead of her time. But actually, I've just been reading about some of the other new features on Celebrity XL. Just a couple, just very, very quickly. There's a chef's studio where you'll be invited to prepare new dishes from destinations that you've actually visited on the cruise, which is brilliant. And there's a new casual dining restaurant called Spice with a rotating selection of dishes from the area that you're cruising in as well, which is something very, very new and fascinating, because this is the ship that has been styled and designed to be different than all of the other ships that came before. Sure, there's elements of the Edge class and familiarity there, but there's lots of new as well. And XL is all about celebration and elegance on board. So we have got your flights, the Barcelona stay and 12 nights on board XL in Spain, Portugal and Morocco, with your overnight in Madeira included as well. Liz, I've got to show you straight away, honestly. I've got to show you straight away, because I know we've got so many people, and I hear from people all the time, lots of people who watch the channel all the time. And for some people, they only want to look at celebrity. And I know that this will tick a lot of boxes for a lot of people. The new ship thing, the lovely new concepts on board, and the chance to book this right now with deposits of just £199 each. It is brilliant, and it's a superb price. In fact, the drinks and Wi-Fi alone here are valued at over $1,300 per person, and we've taken care of everything. The return flights to Barcelona, 2 nights stay there in the city, and 12 nights of all-included cruise with drinks and Wi-Fi. You're welcome. Here's the details that you need, everything that's included, upgrades if you're looking for them. In fact, to be honest, if you think about the kind of price that we're spending here, which is considered, absolutely, I get that, but you're investing in elevated travel. You are investing in one of the most exquisitely designed brand new ships. I mean, whenever anything happens with Celebrity Cruises, heads turn. And this is brilliant. XL launches in November as well, by the way, with Caribbean cruises in and out of Fort Lauderdale through to March. And there has a whole season of amazing cruises in and out of Barcelona. Now, you can check them all out on our website. You can actually drill down on the website by cruise line and ship, or just call the team and they'll let you know if you want to cruise sooner. It's 0800 953 4700. Lovely. I love cruising with Celebrity, I have to say, every single time. You just feel, I mean, it is about a feeling. A lot of the time it is about a feeling on board, and you've got to feel good. And I thought, before stepping on for the first time, I'm not sure if Celebrity is for me, to be honest. I went into it thinking this is not really going to be for me. It's a little bit too formal. It's a little bit too, everything 5-star. I feel like I want to have some fun as well. little did I know that, actually there's so much to enjoy. And even, enjoying the artworks and walking between one space and another on one of the celebrity ships. It's just like a real dream. And I felt like I fitted in just perfectly.
Yeah, that's the great thing about celebrity. It's that, it's not too formal. They do, they offer formal nights and things like that. But it's more about the low-key or understated luxury that you get in some of the spaces on celebrity. And you can be as dressed up or as low-key as you want to when you're on board.
Yeah, my shirts fit in just perfectly.
Always, Terry.
Which is great. Right, okay, moving on. A spectacular Treasures of Asia trip now for October in 2027. And again, a deposit will secure your 20-night trip this time as we go and explore Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong and Vietnam. And we'll do that by flying first over to Japan, to Tokyo, the vast capital. And you've got 3 nights in a hotel to enjoy all of its wonders. What a place of fascination that kind of everyone needs to go to, don't they, really?
Right, absolutely. And beyond the typical tourist spots, you've actually got lots of unusual and quirky experiences well, there's lots of different cafes. You've got a ferret cafe, a capybara cafe,
Ferrets?
a vampire cafe, many cat cafes, which I know you'd love.
Ferrets and vampires.
Yes,
There's
not all
something.
together. A robot cafe as well. There we go. They love their quirkiness, Japan. And you get to have a wonderful experience cruising on the beautiful
Celebrity
and elegant Millennium. And this is a different class of ship because she's a little bit smaller, and you've got 15 nights as well to enjoy with your classic drinks package and your Wi-Fi included, which is great. So again, makes for easy budgeting, and you even have your specialty coffees included in that package, which I think is wonderful.
You were very thrilled with that, weren't you? So that means that every time you go to Cafe El Baccio, because all of the snacks and the cakes and everything there are included anyway. But actually, if you've got the classic drinks package, your specialty coffees, so Joe, your cortado, and me, my coconut caramel latte, which is my coffee of choice at the moment.
Remembering that. He's not a coffee drinker either.
No, absolutely. Doesn't touch tea or coffee, does it? I remember that.
Must like me.
I remember. Yeah. You've got amazing times on this ship, let me tell you. Again, slightly smaller ship, slightly less people, which is great. You don't have that feeling that it's a small ship, though. It feels vast. It feels wonderful. It feels like there's plenty of spaces for absolutely everything. And do you know what? Everything you need is there. I mean, you're there to have a relaxing time and go and discover new places. So you want to make sure that actually in the evening, you dine when you want and where you want. That's important, isn't it? Which is really, really good. You've got lots and lots of different choices, and it's a good night's sleep.
Oh, yes.
And it certainly is.
It really is. And you need that to prepare yourself for the next day because there's just so much going on. So some of the shows on board, you have Stage Door, the show that takes you into the heart of the biggest Broadway and West End musicals. And you have the full symphony orchestra on board as well. And you have Arte as well, with electrifying dance, high-flying acrobatics, and incredible visual effects. And this is inspired by iconic works of art. So really the production value of the shows on Celebrity is very high. And then aside from your featured cast shows, you actually have guest acts on board. It might be an a cappella singing group, it might be a magician, it might be a comedian, it might be maybe the cruise director has their own show, or you might see a cruise show while you're on board. So there's going to be something different every single night in the theatre. It's not repetition. And I love that because, it keeps us on our toes when we're on holiday. I mean, some of these incredible acrobatic acts at sea. We are cruising out of the port for Tokyo, and first up we're into Shimizu, which is the port for beautiful and iconic Mount Fuji, where you have this 3,700 meter peak, the tallest in incredible Japan. You can head up there, by the way, on tour. Then we have an overnight on board in Osaka, which is great. You might want to head to the Ferris wheel by night. It's also very pretty in the Umeda Sky Building. Then you're not far from Universal Studios Japan, which you could probably head to in the evening as well. So the options are endless here because you've got extra time in port to enjoy it by night, which is wonderful. Next up, we're into Taipei in lovely Taiwan. They have a miniatures museum there, which is very cool, and the National Palace Museum as well. And you know, you've also got some lovely markets in Taiwan. They love to shop, the Taiwanese, so make sure you check them out. Hong Kong's next. This will be a particular highlight for many cruisers, no doubt, as it's an incredible city, bustling, exciting, thriving, full of everything you could possibly want to see in a day. And I do a highlights tour or hop on, hop off bus here for sure. They're into Chiang in beautiful Vietnam, located halfway between two important cities of Da Nang and Hue. And you can see the Imperial Citadel and the Marble Mountains not too far away with that famous hand sculpture. Then we're into Ho Chi Minh, and some great things to do here on tour are the Mekong Delta, or perhaps the market visit with a cooking class, and usually have the executive chef or a member of the team taking you out there to shop. And I think that would just be a taste into Vietnamese life. So here's an overview of your epic Asian itinerary. Finishing in Singapore, starting in Tokyo with that mini break and you know, hopping to so many wonderful Japanese and Chinese and Vietnamese destinations along the way.
If you've never been to Singapore as well, the cruise handily ends there. As this package, it flies you straight back. But if you wanted to stay for a couple of nights, absolutely, of course you can. We can make that happen. Now, I have to tell you, looking all the way through the itinerary here, I think this is the cruise that I would choose as my first taste of all these different places. It's great, and we've got so much for you. Stay in Tokyo, and the fascinating all-included cruise to places that lots of us kind of have been meaning to visit for a long, long time in this part of the world, and then come back to the lovely, wonderful ship every night of your cruise. The price tag we have here is excellent, by the way, and you can put deposits down today of less than £500 per person to get this price locked in. And bear in mind, we are looking at, I always think it's crazy that we are booking now into the very back end of 2027. But if you think about it, we're not far off the start of 2026, are we, I suppose? Don't time march on. And this is 20 nights, well thought out and neatly put together by our team here at Cruise1st. Your flight to Tokyo, a 3-night hotel stay there, and then 15 amazing nights on board Celebrity Millennium, a beautiful ship with all the boutique glamour and opulence on board. You've got classic drinks, cheers to that, to enjoy, and Wi-Fi for your trip around Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong and Vietnam, ending in Singapore even, for the flight back to the UK. But of course, you don't need to fly straight back from Singapore. You could always add a couple of nights in a hotel there with our team. Not a problem. Here's everything that's included, you lucky people. I do think that's lovely. We talk a lot about packages in this part of the world, and you might watch the channel on a very regular basis, and you might think, oh, now why is that? It's because it's so popular. These Far East trips, I mean, they just sell out so quickly. By the way, from Singapore, if you were thinking, is there anybody anywhere else in that part of the world that I could kind of go to rather than just flying straight back home? Yeah, of course there are. Many different places. In fact, maybe Bali, maybe Australia even. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Why not? Go big or go home, don't they say? Call us right now. We'll discuss the possibilities. 0800 953 4700. Now, there are many more 2027 offers for Celebrity and all the major cruise lines, of course. You'll be surprised how far ahead you can start booking your adventures. And the big advantage of that is, 1, you know you're going.
Yes.
2, you've locked in a great price. And 3, you've secured it with a deposit.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah. And you're ready to go from then on, aren't you? You can start planning. Right, me too. You can start planning, and I just love the fact that you can lock in that price with a deposit, even for 2027. You know, do it now because everything is going up. So you know you can ensure that you won't have to pay more when the time comes around. And you've got so many wonderful, glistening, brand new trips to look forward to on the horizon.
And listen, you got to do it. You got to do it while you can. Got to do it, haven't you? Here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
See the world. See the world and see it with Cruise1st and have an amazing time. Please send us a postcard as well, won't you?
Mind how you go.
See you later.